It's a big game Sunday, innit? Palace. That's uh,
Yeah,
that's
and I think
that's
it,
go on.
I think it's going to be a hard game. I think probably a lot of fans will probably look at the name of Crystal Palace and not the way they're performing at the moment. You know, like we said, they're 18 unbeaten, and I think a lot of fans will look at the name rather than the form they're in and think, oh, we should be beating Crystal Palace. But it's going to be a very hard game. They're in very good form. You know, like I said on our private chat, they lose players, but yet they invest the money, and they invest wisely in recruitment, and they seem to just get it right, even after losing big players. They lost Elise last year,
They
the
lost
year before
Zaha as
that they
well.
lost Saha, and they've just recruited really, really well, and they've got a really good manager in place that seems to affect the game with the substitutions he makes. He really, really, really gets it wrong, and I think it's going to be a very tough game. Unfortunately for us, they're in very good form, and you know the signings that they've made, like the likes of Yeremy Pino, he looks like he's hit the ground running.
Brilliant, isn't he? Absolutely brilliant. And Mateta as well. Mateta looks good under Glasner. But Glasner done well at Frankfurt, won it as well.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's a brilliant manager. But then obviously we've lost Kieran Dewsbury Hall now, and like we said, you know, we've got. For me personally, I'd be bringing Dibbling in.
What you make? Because Moyes come out, didn't he? He said they spoke to the PGMOL about Dewsbury Hall's two yellows, and they agreed the last two shouldn't have been yellow cards.
But you can't rescind the
No,
yellows,
they
can
can't. Yeah, they can rescind the red, but
Yeah.
he got. I think he got six the season before the whole season and five the season before that. I mean, that's.
Bear in mind, he hasn't played as much as what he's
Oh
been
yeah, of
playing.
course, yeah, of course. But you know, but that I just don't get that one. You
The
want
two last ones, they were really, really soft. Really soft. He won the ball on the last one. He won
yeah.
it was nothing. They said it was foul play, didn't he? Is that what I think that's what they said in the report. There was no dangerous foul play about it.
I
Just
just it baffles
baffling.
me. But it's going to be tough. Yeah. And happily, if someone was to say now you can have a 0-0, I'd take it. I think on the way they're playing because they've got pace as well. Palace, they've got and their midfield as well is solid as well.
Well, you only got to look at the likes of Adam Wharton. I know I didn't watch
Brilliant.
the match last night, but I believe he was out of this world,
Well,
unfortunately for us.
against Liverpool, he was brilliant as well, and they could have been 3 or 4 up Palace against Liverpool.
Hmm.
They should have been, to be honest.
I think I'd still want to win. You know, we're at our home ground. It's gonna be difficult, but we can do it. You know, I'd say we've got the final three less Beto. You know, we've got potentially Diblin, Jack Grealish, Iliman and Jai. There's definitely players there that can unlock a defence. It's a shame that obviously KDH is banned for the game. But,
It's
you know, even like the likes of Mail and Roll.
yeah, injured. Yeah, it's a shame that we seem to buy players and they get injured straight away. Um, but Palace, 3 wins, 3 draws, 12 points.
At the moment, isn't it? The Premier League, you
Very,
look at it, it's
yeah.
very, very open. You look at the likes of Leeds and Sunderland, and they, you know, usually the bottom, you think the three that come up are the three that go down, but, you know, probably minus Burnley, the other two are doing really, really well.
That's the only frustration I have with us, especially when it comes to games like Palace, who are going to be a tough team to play. Have we got the squad depth? Now we've lost a player. And with Beto not firing at all, and he just looks horrendous up top, doesn't he? Um,
We've had, what, 3 seasons of better on him.
yeah, it's his third season now, yeah.
He's not progressed, has he?
He's not, no. Not if you want to, if you
No.
do want to do a comparison with Mateta, um, you know, because he looks like he's going to score. I
I've seen games where the likes of KDH, Grealish, Iliman and Jai is shouting at him because he's in their space.
I mean, if you want to compare, because we're obviously playing Palace, so Mateta, 107 games when he signed permanently and 34 goals. So it's roughly, 1 in 3 Mateta. So in 3 years, he's got 1 in 3 pretty much.
Obviously, Beto's been with us 3 years now, so what's his record?
It is not. It's not great. Like to be fair, 6 games, 12 goals.
Wow.
Um, like 1 in 6 roughly.
So he's doubled Mateta.
Yeah, that's the
Wow.
comparison. That's in 2 years, 2.5 years. So Mateta's got a few more years, but then it's games to goal ratio. So
Mm. So 1 in 6. Wow. Okay. Don't
um,
know where we go from here. Like it's just how big of a problem is it going to become?
we'll be tested against Palace now. That's a real test for us. I know Liverpool away, it's a different game anyway. There's anything can happen, but you're playing a team that are on form, haven't lost all season, scoring goals in Europe, doing well, um, beating the champions, and then they come to the Hill Dickinson on Sunday. And when you're saying at home, I'm saying at home, I'll be happy with a draw. It's kind of like, you should be winning your home games, but I'm
Yeah.
just be
But that's
reasonable.
again, obviously, I would like to come away with the win. I would probably be happy with a draw, depending on how we play. Obviously, that's like hypothetical. If we're really shocking and we get a draw, then it's a different story, isn't it? But if we're playing really well and we're creating chances, I'd like to come away with the win. But that's the thing I was saying. You're going off the name, aren't you, rather than form? Because at the
Exactly.
moment they're in unbelievable form. What, third in the league? So it's going to be a really, really hard game. So yeah, draw would be great. But like you say, at home you want all 3 points, don't you?
Now, what would you go for, like result wise?
1-0.
Yeah,
Yeah. Obviously, the team picks itself, doesn't it, really? You look at the back, you look obviously Pickford and goal. You can't really change the back four. I know I think Jake O'Brien had a stinker last game, didn't he? But I think everyone did apart from Michael Keane and maybe James Garner. Um, but again, Michael Keane's your most prolific player.
he has done brilliant since he's come into the team. Thing with Palace, like because they play that 3-5-3, well, they go back to a five when they're getting, so they'll go back to a five when we're attacking, and I think that's gonna be really difficult to break down. Really do. And then they've got players like Pino, who's done really well. Mateta, you mentioned Pino before, but then they've got Ismail Assar as well, who
Mm.
can, who's got pace. And I think if Jake O'Brien struggles again, he's gonna have his
Well, he
work cut.
struggled against pace last week, didn't he? He struggled against pace. He got found
Somerville,
out a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah, and that's gonna happen with Pino as well.
And you could see last week that he was a centre half at right back last week.
Yeah, yeah, he struggled.
There's been
So
other games where you think, okay, he's done brilliant there. He's making that right back position his own.
Palace have got. I mean, they've built a good squad. I mean, Will, who's played in Europe, he's not a bad player. Adam Wharton, and then you've got like to Jefferson Lerma as well in centre
Yeah.
mid, who comes on and does well. And Nketiah, who scored, um,
He
and he
scored.
scored
By the way,
last.
he scored three in the last five, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done well.
Yeah.
They've got a good squad. Palace are going to have Ismail Sarr and Pino, who have both got pace. And against Mikalenko and Jake O'Brien, that's where our weak points could be. Them two again, and then the lack of Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Whoever comes in for him, if it is Alcaraz or we swap and Dye to the left and Jack Grealish number 10 have Diblin, and they've got to track back and
Yeah.
stop the likes of
But like I said at the beginning, Diblin it's going to be an unknown quantity to them. They're not going to know much about him.
this is it. So you've got to have that ace up your sleeve. But then if you play him, the likes of his replacement then will be likes of
McNeil.
McNeil, who doesn't seem on it. So there's loads of worries for us. I mean, the only way I can
Well,
see
you
us
could
winning,
switch it around, really, couldn't you? You could put Illy or Jack back on the right and bring on Alcaraz.
yeah, yeah, you could, yeah. So you can do it that way round. I think our biggest threat against them is, but then defensively they're solid as well, aren't they? With
Mm.
Gay and
Gay and what's the other guy called? Lacroix, isn't it?
Lacroix, that's it, yeah. So him and Gay,
He's
but then
another solid centre half, the both
yeah.
of them.
So the only way we've got to, I think, in my opinion, the only way we can win on Sunday, I don't know how we'll play. If we're playing like we have the last few games, the only way we're going to win is off a corner and a header or something, or
Or a
using
free
our
kick,
height
yeah.
or a free,
Yeah,
yeah, free
set
kick.
piece.